This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. I have received some of the Sims 4 packs for free. Thank you to the EA Creator Network. Hello everyone, JSimLady here. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today I am doing a little starter business and apartment. I haven't really played through the rankings of businesses yet. I should, and maybe I'll do a video next week to see how far of a rank I can get in like so much time or whatever, but for now I've mostly just been testing various things out. And there are so many things about businesses and hobbies that I love so much, but there is one sort of semi-frustrating thing, and that is either food is glitched or it was not thought of. Like, the candy works. You can put candy on sales shelves and it works either from the owner or the customer's point of view. It's totally fine. It works exactly as you would expect it, as it does in a get-to-work shop, but all other food does not. If you want to have a bakery in your game that your sim does not own, but can go to and shop for cakes and stuff, you are out of luck when it comes to businesses and hobbies, unless you're, I guess, willing to ignore certain aspects. For instance, my non-business owning sim went to the home bakery of another sim, and my sim was able to just pick the cake up off the shelf and start eating it. And someone mentioned this in my comments, the pricing of food is really off. Specifically, the candy from the new pack is, I don't know, I think it's like $30 if you do zero markup. That's kind of the starting point, is $30 for 4 servings of lollipops. Or not dollars, but simoleons. Whereas a cake slice is 8 simoleons. And that would make, 4 cake slices would still be quite a bit less than 4 lollipops. Like, that's weird, right? And the cakes themselves, it is priced normally in that a whole cake or a party platter of cookies will be more expensive than a family platter, will be more expensive than a single serving. But it's less expensive than the lollipops by a significant portion, if that makes sense. The pricing is a little weird. But aside from that, all food that is not the food, like the candy items that came with businesses and hobbies, is free for your active sim to take, even if they don't own the business. Other customers will not do that. They will not just pick up the food and take it. Only your active but non-business owning sim can do that. And maybe that's a glitch. That might not be a feature. It might be a glitch. I don't know. It's just one of the annoying things I found in my testing. And it's only with food. It's not with anything else. You put anything else on the shelves for sale, on the sales shelves, and your active but non-business owning sim cannot just pick it up and take it. They have to pay for it. So it's something to do with the food. The other thing that I've been testing out is if you play more than 1 or 2 generations and you have a lot of elderly sims or, older sims, like older adult sims, and you're playing for a while and you don't go into each one of those households every single generation they go through, and pick an heir for that business. And I've never tried it because I'm purposely trying to see what happens when all the business owners die. So I don't know how it works. But if you don't pick somebody to take that business when your sim dies, you have to go through each and every business in your save file and pick someone to take that business when that first owner dies. Otherwise, you end up with an entire save file full of non-running businesses. That's what I've seen so far. That's what I've found so far is once your business owners all start to die off, the lots default back to non-working, more or less residential lots. And so you have no businesses running in your save file. That could be a really big problem for especially people who play legacies. That could end up being a really big problem. You have a lot of back end time where you're going through all the businesses trying to make heirs every single generation. That could potentially be annoying if you have a lot of owned businesses. So about this build in specific, up until this very moment right here that you're watching, I was just building a cafe. I had a cute little yellow cafe in mind that I wanted to build, and I was just building it, and then I left the game for a while and I came back and I'm like, no, I want this to be a starter business. I want people to be able to plop this down in their game, place a sim in it, and just get started with some kind of money-making thing right off the bat. Well, I didn't quite make it. In the end, your sim is only left with between 300 and 500 simoleons. So your sim is going to have to make a little bit of money before they can start opening their business. But it's more or less a starter business. To be honest with you, my brain has been absolutely shot lately. And I can't think, I can't concentrate, I can't sleep, I can't do anything. So this was the best I could muster. I'm hoping the next couple of weeks go a little bit better, but I'm not counting on it. Honestly, at this point, I have given up on any hope for my body and my brain cooperating with anything anymore. But yeah, if my voice sounds a little different, also because I'm exhausted, I don't sleep anymore, and the worse my sleep gets, the worse my dry mouth gets. And when my dry mouth gets really bad, then I get a dry throat, and then I can't speak properly. I've mentioned this a lot in all of my videos because my voice can literally change in the course of one video from being super squeaky and high pitched to being really low and gravelly. It's really weird to listen to, and it's really annoying that the sound, shape, quality, everything about my voice changes so dramatically depending on the physical state my body is in. I don't know if anybody else experiences it like that, but my voice is just hugely dependent on the physical state of my body. It does not stay consistent at all. So I'm very sorry about that. My daughter pointed it out this morning before I started this voiceover, and now I'm a little bit self-conscious because today apparently my voice sounds more forced and less full, I guess, is how she described it. And that kind of makes sense because I'm exhausted. My body is exhausted. And it's taking every bit of effort I have to speak. And after I get done with this voiceover, I probably will not record anything the rest of the day, even though I really should. I just won't because I just don't like that my voice is weird like that. But anyways, back to the build. I struggled quite a bit making this a starter build and yet fulfilling the thing that I had in mind for it. And I was really annoyed. I really, really wanted a starter, like, cafe. In my head, I was calling it Sunshine Cafe. I wanted it to be bright and springy and yellow and flowery and all things just warm and sunshine and flowers, I guess. But building a starter business in The Sims 4 is quite expensive. Like, really, really expensive. There are probably ways I could have cut down on the expense. Like, maybe forced my sim to share a bathroom with the, customers type of deal. But I feel like that would be weird if the customer bathroom had a shower in it. You know what I mean? And there are probably other ways I could have cut down on expenses too. But at the time, my brain was so fried, I could not think of anything else to do. And I went back to this and changed this build several times as it was, trying to fix everything and make it as cheap as I possibly could. For instance, in a minute here, I start using debug items, and I generally don't tend to love using debug items. I don't generally love to tend. I do what? No, I don't generally tend to love. Okay, there, I said it right that time. Using cheats at all, anyways, because it messes with the game. I kid you not. I was watching a Lil Simsy stream where she was able to put the changing table that comes with Get Together. No, Growing Together. That's what it's called, Growing Together. The infant changing table. She was able to put that right next to the bathroom door in her bathroom, and it was fine. And her Sims apparently do fine with it being there. But I did the exact same thing in that build of the cafe slash. I have a thing for cafes apparently. Anyways, the cafe slash gym. I think it was the second businesses and hobbies build that I made for Willow Creek. And I tested that lot out and I ended up having to delete the changing tables from the bathrooms in the gym portion of the build because the Sims refused to use the bathroom. It was blocking it, and I'm so annoyed by my game. Why are my Sims and my game so stupid, but everybody else's Sims can manage to get around that stuff and be fine? It's so annoying. That is a big reason why I don't do the kind of cluttering and things that everybody else does, because I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong, and my Sims have routing issues and stuff like that all the time. I wish I knew what it was I was doing wrong. Someday I'm gonna ask someone who's better at building than me to come watch me do a live stream build and tell me what I'm doing wrong that causes so many routing issues for my Sims, and why I have a harder time adding things like that, the changing table to a 2x3 bathroom, or clutter to the counters, because I've heard other people say their Sims use corner counters for stuff. My Sims have never once used a corner counter for anything. They absolutely refuse to use the corner counters. That's why I keep most of the decorations and clutter to the corner counters, because my Sims won't use them for anything, no matter what. So I need someone to tell me how and why my Sims are so dumb. Anyways, surprise! I'm doing a giveaway. You want to win businesses and hobbies? Go to the post tab here on my YouTube channel and sign up. Just like always, it's the same sign up that I've always had. I change the questions in it each time to kind of deter scammers and spammers and bots, but it's the same setup that I've always done. Go sign up for a chance to win businesses and hobbies, and let's do this walkthrough now, shall we? Welcome to Sunshine Cafe, a little starter cafe for your newly created sim or save file. Very super simple yet adorable yellow cafe. Lots of fun stuff around. Filled up the extra space with trees for you, debug trees so it's cheaper, but we've got a little small cafe in here. Not a lot of seating right now, but when you first start out, you're not gonna have a ton of customers anyways, so your seating can grow with your customers. I did put a little public restroom in here, but it is extremely basic at the moment. And then I put a couple of doors for the private residence. There's one here that goes directly into the cafe, but also I thought it would be nice to not have to always go through the cafe and instead go around the corner. I specifically built it for this lot. So if you can find another corner lot that's set up like this, it'll work as well. Otherwise, you might have to change the sidewalk for the private residence door. But there's also this door. You can come in here. You can set this as your front door, by the way, because otherwise your guests will come to the cafe door. But anyways, here's the little upstairs, like, studio apartment type deal. Just enough to keep your sim happy, but they do have a full bathroom here. But a nice bed, a nice couch, a TV, and basically a full kitchen for them, so that you can keep their needs up and everything while you are trying to build your business downstairs. Again, not super big, not super complicated, because it's meant to be a starter business for you. And there you go, Sunshine Cafe. Don't forget to go to the main page here on my YouTube channel, the homepage, and then go over to the posts tab, where I will be having a giveaway running for businesses and hobbies. It will be running for 4 days. So you have 4 days to enter, and then I will draw the winner. I don't publicly announce winners. I just announce when I've drawn the winners and send out emails. Also, check your emails. That's where I send out the winning notifications too. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoy this little starter cafe and apartment, and hopefully you're enjoying businesses and hobbies. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.